Greetings and welcome. This is PsychicMediumRoberto, and I truly hope you are doing well. Trigger warning: the subject matter is of a mature nature and deals with true crime events. All cases, names, people are treated as alleged until proven in a court of law. Well, here we are in a restless place like China is. Xing and his Communist Party have been busy by the looks of things, and I previously covered the death of Yu, and I'll put a link here where I do a more detailed explanation around his death, and certainly suspicious. Communist Party of China all over the place. So unfortunately, there seems to be a group of actors, performers, entertainers in China that are being governed like the people of China, governed and policed by the government. Just when you thought Hollywood was the only organization, so we're going to look at Godfrey, Renji, her unfortunate passing, as well as, I'm going to say, Renliang. We're going to look at their deaths and see what is going on. But there's certainly trouble in Beijing. So let's just orientate ourselves with some key players. For example, the Communist Party of China, born July 23rd, 1921, gives us the 7, 23, and 5. We note in the day position, hidden 30, outcome 3. In the day position, 12, 3. In the year that the Communist Party is born, 13, 4. Which gives us the outcome 43, 7, 25, 7, 16, 7, 7. Now, it's also worth mentioning, for those that aren't familiar with China and how things work, of course, everything goes through Xing, and he goes on to his tablet while he's in his bubble bath with whoever's in the bubble bath, male and female, and decides what happens in the country. And all institutes are owned and governed by China. So I want to draw to your attention Hunan Broadcasting Systems, quite a big player in the industry. Notable numbers: 55, 10, 1, 37, 10, 1, 28, 10, 1, 19, 10, 1. In the Superboy group or organization that controls these young artists when they come in, like Simon Cowell, when they get to Who Wants to Be a Singer type thing. We note they've got a 25-7, hidden 30, outcome 3, 12, 3. We see the 39, 12, 3, 21, 3, 12, 3, 3. All right, so let's have a look and see what is going on. We're going to start with Godfrey, and we should also note his date of birth, September the 22nd, 1984, gives us the 22-4. Now, interestingly, in the first two rows of his date of birth, look at all of these fours. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fours in the first two rows. He has the outcome 8. So all the performance numbers are in the 8s. 53, 8, 35, 8, 26, 8, 17, 8, 8. The writer in him is the 13, 4, 31, 4. A lot of fours around. So, according to the narrative, on November the 27th, he has a heart attack while recording a reality TV show. So I've done the 72-hour scan here, November 26, November 27, and November 28. All encompassing 72-hour scan. And let's see what we can pick up here with Mr. Jiao. May his soul rest in peace with these motherfuckers running around here. So interestingly, in the time zone that he is reported to have this heart attack, we see an 11-2-27-9 that is problematic. 27-9 is not a heart attack number. 27-9 is a premeditated murder number. So let's see what's going on. And we see the 12-3. On the day, we got an 11-2. So there's a law that's been broken here. Something illegal happened here, not natural. Not natural. Then followed by an outcome, 50, outcome 5. So for those that had suspicions, your suspicions are right. 50, outcome 5 is a big government cover-up. What has been covered up here? Hidden, now there's a hidden 41-5. So what this tells me is, why would they hide? Or let's put it this way, what the public don't know, that 41-5 brings around the issue of manipulating the body, tampering with the body post-mortem, there's a problem. So 32-5 also brings around the issue of manipulating evidence, destroying evidence. So why would they manipulate the body? And what evidence was destroyed? 5 is all about disclosure, particularly in a law environment. 14-5 is disclosure. Yet here we're seeing that the body as we know it was altered. The evidence supporting what happened to Mr. Qiao was destroyed, 32-5. So what were they destroying? Let's go deeper. So the intention, and we'll incorporate all the days, the intention, so in the same time zone where he supposedly has a heart attack, if you're ever wondering, the number for heart attack is the number 6. Let's just do a quick summary here. So if you look at his date of birth, with all these 4s, he does not have heart attack numbers here. So what brought on the heart attack? Did he have a heart attack? Let's find out. We have a 30, outcome 3 in the zone where he has a heart attack. Now, she keeps popping in when this happens. Janis Joplin. And a lot of our entertainers, they get spiked with some kind of chemical. 30, outcome 3 is a chemical explosion in the body. A chemical explosion in the body. Now, when we look at this 50, outcome 5, was he drugged? Was he poisoned? We're starting to get evidence that there was a chemical inclusion in his body that would have brought about his death. Let's have a look. 44-8, no stranger at the party. 44-8 can bring around, if we stay in the drug world, brings around designer drugs. However, it also speaks about there's a plan that has been hatched. And we find 14-5, bullshit in the air, bullshit in the air. So already we've got a lot of suspicious numbers. This was not a natural occurrence. I'll repeat, this was not a natural occurrence. So this 30, outcome 3, chemical explosion in the body, 35-8, hidden. So hidden 35-8. So here it is. 41-5 hidden. In the actual date means they manipulated the body, right? In that same position, 35-8, whatever this 30 outcome 3 was, whatever chemical they used, 12-3. And by the way, these are all Zing's numbers as well, but we'll get into perps in a bit, because I believe in the case of Mr. Qiao, his case went right up into Z's tub while he was looking on his tablet, sipping on his champagne in his bubble bath. This came straight from the top. This didn't even go via. All right, let's see what's going on. So there's definitely a chemical in play. Oh, look here. In the action. So we can say in the action, because now we're in energy flow numbers, because there's no November 33, but we're looking at the flow of numbers, which brings in the flow of energy, 33.6. Now, on one hand, 33.6 can bring around the heart attack, but we know there's a 30 outcome 3 that brought about this heart attack. There's a chemical explosion in his body that caused the heart attack, followed by 17.8, homicide. This was not a natural heart attack. Hidden, 44.8. So they fed him something. He was fed something for sure. And this is the issue, and I'm not saying it's the case with Mr. Qiao. But with a lot of these celebrities, high-profile entertainers, we see it in the West. It's now very evident in the East. Party drugs, let's get them hooked. Let's get them vulnerable. Let's get something that can manipulate them, work on their strengths and weaknesses. Manipulators, motherfuckers. By the way, in the +9 of where he goes down, we see a 369, 36.9. That says there's a collective knowledge of the poison 6. 6 is poison, 3 collective, 6 poison of his death. So there were many hands involved in getting the chemical inside Mr. Qiao and causing his death. 14.5, foul play. This was not natural by any means. All right, so let's see the day before. Oh, before we go the day before, look what happens in the +1 the next day, 28.10.1. What message has been sent out here? What message has been sent out here? And look in the +9 of the, all is revealed on the 28th, right? So we're in a 72-hour scan. 60 outcome 6. 60 outcome 6. This was and this confirms the 30 outcome 3, because here we have a 60 outcome 6. This was a mass dose of poison. Poison. There are no heart attack numbers in the zone. Poison. So he was definitely fed poison, which caused the heart attack or caused him to be deceased. It's always interesting to note before and after an event, particularly when there's a conspiracy, right? In the +1, look at all of these 3s here, 12.3, 12.3, triple 12.3s. Triple 12.3s, hidden 21.3, 30 outcome 3, 39.12.3. 39.12.3, typical numbers around these entertainers, organizations, companies that are controlling artists. And in the case of China controlling the artists. All those 3s. Look at Communist Party, 12.3, hidden 30 outcome 3, Superboy, 30 outcome 3, 12.3, 39.12.3, 21.3, 12.3, hidden 39.12.3. We got problems in Tinseltown. And in the action, here's murder. And we find a portal sequence, 18.9 murder. Murder is what happened here. And it's reflected in the intention the next day, 18.9 murder. Once again, in the same case as you, here's his buddy, here's his agent, handler, Don't worry, have one of these, you'll feel better. So let's see what's happening the day before. The day before, November 26, 26-8, someone is not happy. Big words been said. In the day position, 19, 10, 1, 28, 10, 1, 37, 10, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an operation in play. There's an operation in play. Impact is on. Look at all of these fours. That's who's going to be impacted. And look at all of Mr. Gao's fours here, all these fours. We see in the intention, all the eights impacts on him as well. In the +9, all these 10 ones, 10 ones, 10 ones. Oh, Hunan Broadcasting System. Now, just keep in mind, that's a front. It's a front. 55, 10, 1, 37, 10, 1, 28, 10, 1, 19, 10, 1, 10, 1, 10, 1. So the intention the day before starts with a 21-11-2, and we have an 11-2 month. So here's a conflict. A law is going to be broken. A pact was made. A pact is going to be followed out. 29-11-2 shows conflict. Made to look like something's wrong here. Look here in the action. So here's the classic number. So this is effectively the day they would start getting ready to record and into studio, allegedly. So 16-7 in play, someone has been targeted. And look at these numbers here. This is the action the night of his passing, because it's night into midnight the following morning. 55-10-1. 46-10-1, 37-10-1, 28-10-1, 19-10-1. Didn't we just say those numbers? Here's it here. 55-10-1, 37-10-1. Hunan Broadcasting Front Company for China. These artists are so disposable. Let's feed them wealth, feed them drugs, feed them narcotics, get the people to bring money. And when they don't do what they don't want to do, because I believe the answer is here. 49, 13, 4, 40, outcome 4, 31, 4, 22, 4, 13, 4, 4. Let me just say, with all of these fours that he has in his chart, ultimately, now we're excluding the thrill of celebrity, the thrill of being famous, being popular, having a lot of money. Someone with all these fours will ultimately always do the right thing. Someone with all these fours will ultimately always do the right thing. We saw this with Brad Pitt leaving The Witch from Hollywood. So we definitely got problems with Mr. Gao, and there's no doubt. Look at Communist Party China, ends with 43-7, 25-7, 16-7-7. The intention on the night he is murdered, the intention, 43-7, 34-7, 25-7, 16-7. It's interesting that the perps, the night before, the perps are always waiting. Why? 38-11-2, collective knowledge of what is about to transpire. And this collective knowledge ends in an 11-2. In the intention, 29-11-2 plus 11-2. Ladies and gentlemen, when you live in a police state a government state. We find ourselves with dirty, dirty people in the background, and Xing appointed them all. All right, we are going on to Renji. Now, born in Anshan City, October 16, 2017, she falls from her death, or she falls to her death in a hotel. There's speculation as, oh, she tried to kill herself. She was suffering from depression. Let's look at her date of birth, December 27, 1988. So she's got the 26-8, 27-9, and she's got all the threes in the day position, all the threes, right? Now, let me tell you something. With someone with all these threes in the day position, she's certainly not thinking about suicide. She's thinking of how can she make her life better? How can she be in more control of her life? And perhaps that's what irked Xing and his communist stinking party. She has the 65 11 twos, all the 11 twos, 2 outcome. There's no depression numbers here, in my opinion. All right, so let's have a look. So I've done a 72-hour scan here as well. And there's what I saw in a bit of research. I don't want to get too involved in all the conspiracies. I'm just going to give what I'm seeing here. But there's a problem here as well in that I saw the 15th was the date, or the 16th, and this is why we do the 72-hour scan. So the date I received, October 16, we'll include 15 and October 17 as well. In the day, so on the day, October 16, we see a 16-7. Now, I want to just bring to your attention before we continue, because this is going to play a part in her case. Because we're in October, and the year that she passed, 2017, okay? So naturally, 2017 gives us the 10-1. So naturally, we will always have 3 10-1s. And under normal circumstances, that would indicate some kind of chaos. But because we're in a 10-1 month and a 10-1 year, we will say on the norm will be 3 10-1s. So for example, in her intention on October the 16th, hidden intention, now we're seeing 10-1, 19 10-1, 10-1, 10-1. So now we've got 4 10-1s. Now we can say there's a problem here in the intention. She was targeted. With the 16-7 starting, and I'll show you why. With starting with the 16-7, so 16-7 is the suicide number, right? However, when you start with the 16-7, it's not the outcome. When you start with the 16-7, it means she was targeted. Look at the day before. The day before starts with the 15-6. So someone, again, handler, buddy, someone from one of these organizations, be it the Communist Party and these agencies, buddy, 15-6, 16-7, that's targeted. She was assassinated, unfortunately, if you want to look at it that way. Ends with a 35-8, 26-8, 17-8. These are the numbers you don't want to see at a crime scene. And unfortunately, while I was doing my last bit of research, I glimpsed a picture, I'm assuming was her, on the ground, blurred out, and falling from a very high building, not very pleasant. And that's why we find the 35-8, 26-8, 17-8. Those are the numbers you don't want to see. So we see in the intention of October 15, starts with the 18-9, murder intention. Oh, 19-10-1. Here's an operation again in play, 19-10-1. Impact, 38-11-2, 29-11-2, 20 outcome 2-11-2. That falls on Miss G's numbers as well. The usual bullshit, Y, taking control, 39, 12, 3, 30, outcome 3, 21, 3, 12, 3, 3. Communist Party, 12, 3, hidden 30, outcome 3. Here's their numbers here, 30, outcome 3, 12, 3. So the reason why they went for her is because she had a moment of, I can't do this anymore with all the shit that's going on. And we saw with Mr. Qiao, same numbers here, 13, 4, 22, 4, 13, 4. She knows things going on behind closed doors that we don't know about, but they were worried that she was going to talk about it. What do we find here? Same problem. 41.5, manipulation of the body. And I'm going to say, and I don't mean to upset anyone, but I've just had that same feeling again. So yes, she may have been thrown over the balcony or pushed over, however they did it. But I believe in the same as you, they worked her over before. Because we find a hidden 26.8 in the actual day, hidden 26.8. Unfortunately, she did not go peacefully, or they made her feel very bad physically before they even threw her over the balcony, unfortunately. 22.4 in the action on the October 16 hidden plan, hidden agenda. We find a 33.6. The outcome, 18.9 on the day, murder. Afterwards, look here, 37, 10, 1, 28, 10, 1, 19, 10, 1. So once again, we have a cover-up, murder, and operational. She was not feeling depressed at all. In the outcome, +9, October 15 in the evening, yeah, we same as Mr. Qiao, 44.8, 35.8, 26.8. She was force-fed chemicals, and I believe it wouldn't have been known. And this is how they do it. Pigs, man. So in the intention, see, here's a problem situation. In the +1, October 17, in the intention, look at all these big numbers, 10, 1, 20, outcome 2, 10, 1, 10, 1, 30, outcome 3, 40, outcome 4. There was big energy around here. Operational. And here's this 40, outcome 4 we see now picking up with you as well as Mr. Qiao. There's always the manager. We see it in Hollywood as well, 16.7 being the handler. Kurt Cobain just showed me his wife, or ex-wife at the time. The handler. Action. Made to look like a suicide. Here it is here. So here's in the action, in the 72-hour scan, October 17, 43.7, made to look like 16.7, you see? So we can see that these numbers are not, so what I'm getting to, the 16.7 is not when she actually died. Okay? It's reflected after the fact, which means this event was staged. How we know it is wrong. 41.5, they manipulated the body. They did something to her before they put her over the rail, unfortunately, sorry to say. Made to look like a suicide. Hidden 33.6. Disgusting, eh? Eh? Just when you thought Hollywood was the only crime center for artists, 2.0s, which is your clones, your 16.7s, shapeshifters, 17.8, your lizards. Looks like China's catching up very quickly, and they've been busy for quite a while. 26.8, this is the day after 26.8 staging, 18.9 murder. And look here, we have a portal sequence 9, all the 10 ones. 46, 10, 1, 37, 10, 1, 28, 10, 1. She was targeted. Same issue, 13, 4, 22, 4, 31, 4. These artists are made to do things like in Hollywood. If you want to be a celebrity and earn the 20 million a picture, then there's certain things you need to do. And, you know, at the end of the day, this is the issue around this as well, right? You're born with the gift of being creative, born with the gift of being talented in the entertainment world. And yet we know that media is mass propaganda, mass media, and of course, Zing and his cohort sitting in his bubble bath are all in it. Mass propaganda machines. All right, let's look at Mr. Q Ren. Excuse me, I'm too afraid to disrupt the pronunciation, so we'll say Mr. Ren. His case was found dead September 16, 2016 in his apartment. It must have been suicide, right? Well, let's see if that is the case. So I've got a 72-hour scan for him as well. September 16, 2016, and I got the day before and the day after. Let's see what we pick up here. All right. So we can see here, look at Miss J. Her event starts with a 16.7. Mr. Ren also starts with a 16.7. Targeted. Mr. Yu, the night before he is discovered, starts with a 16.7. And we know he went through some torture, unfortunately, and I believe was the case with Ren J as well. Now, in the case of Mr. Ren, the year that he is murdered starts also with a 9, and it's in September, so we say the norm is 999, right? We see the night before his alleged suicide, because we can see in the +9 of the date, September 16, 43.7 again. These guys, you know, we see it with the CIA. Now we're talking about the bad, rotten apples in the CIA and the FBI, MI5, MI6, all these Secret Service motherfuckers around the world. There's the little group, off the books, dark ops, whatever you want to call it. Very methodical in their approach. So here we got with Mr. Ren, for hidden in the +9 of September 16, hidden 43.7, made to look like a 16.7. We have the same year with Miss Ren, 43.7, 16.7. So the night before, so yeah, Buddy arrives again, 15.6. So it looks like their handlers and their friends, because I suppose they make, hey, it's your friend, let me in. I brought you something. 15.6, and we find 33.6. Sacrifice. Oh. In the intention of September 15, we have an 18.9 portal sequence murder, 27.9 premeditated murder. They aimed for him. September 16, in the intention, look at all these 19.10 ones, 19.10 ones, 37.10 28.10. We're starting to repeat the same numbers with these cases, isn't it? Look in the action, 22-4, master plan. We have the 40 outcome 4, the bigger boss, the manager. Manager phones Zing. Oh, one day I'm going to join you in the bathtub, my sir, but for now, Mr. Ren has been saying some things. Oh, then you better get rid of him. The night before in the action. Here's some familiar numbers as well. 12-3, hidden 30 outcome 3. Chinese Communist Party, exact same position in the day, 12-3, hidden 30 outcome 3. Exact same position. This is action. These are the people that are doing it. Action, these are the people doing it. Then the outcome, 39-12, 3, 21-3, 12-3. Seems familiar. Superboy, the front for Zing's party. I wonder which boy is going to come over today and sit in my bathtub with me. I better make it more bubbly and foamy, because he's a good one. 39-12-3, 21-3, 12-3, 3. And in the case again of Mr. Q Ren, hidden, in the action hidden. So keep in mind, Buddy comes over, 15-6, 24-6, familiar Buddy. Hidden, 30 outcome 3. Same with Mr. Yu, 30 outcome 3. In the case of Mr. Gao, where did we see it? Here's it here, 30 outcome 3 that caused his heart attack, chemical explosion. There's a hidden chemical explosion which brought about his death. In the +1, the universe is a beautiful thing. In the +1, when all is said and done and he's discovered deceased. Look here, just before I get there, I've just been shown something. On September the 16th, in the action, right? So we discover him deceased, right? However, but there's a 31-4 here. It means however they staged the body, and here's evidence again, 41-5, staging the body, manipulating the body, hidden 32-5. Same numbers as Mr. Gao. They're manipulating the body, manipulating and destroying evidence, 32-5, 41-5. The day after, as I was saying, the universe is showing that it's a staging. 17-8, hidden 26-8, staging. In the +9 of the day after, here's another popular number, 44-8, hidden, 44-8, hidden. Mr. Zing and his bubble bath buddies have been very busy. They've been very busy controlling and manipulating the airwaves, and the artists that have spent their lives and dedication perfecting the art of art are left for dead on the streets of Beijing. Please leave your comments and thoughts. I do love engaging with them. Let's keep an eye on Zing and his bubble bath mates, motherfuckers. Bye for now.